Home ownership versus condo in retirement. So the condo pluses. You close the door and you leave, and you don't have to worry about your unit. The initial cost is less than a house, less maintenance than owning a home. It frees up cash to invest for living expenses that you can take, and you can buy an annuity or other dividend paying vehicles to help pay for retirement, for travel, and etc. Now let's look at some condo negatives. Future costs are not certain. I've read in the news lately, and I've firsthand had some folks that I know that have been presented with surcharges that were astronomical. You hear all the time where the building that you're in all of a sudden needs a new elevator or a roof or structural work, and there's a surcharge of 20, 30, 50, $100,000 per unit, and you have to come up with this money somehow, and usually the costs are added to your condo fees, or you have to come up with a lump sum payment to take care of this. So it's not necessarily a great thing if you're on a fixed income in retirement and you have to come up with $100,000 to repair the building that you're in. In 2024, a condo unit cost can be almost as high as houses. It's not uncommon now to see condos, as much as 70 or 80% equal to the price of a house. So they're no longer the bargain that they were once considered. There's no possibility for a family approach. And what I mean by this is, in today's world where the cost of living is so high, if you're living in a one or a two bedroom condo, especially a one bedroom, and you have a family member that needs to come and live with you to help pay for expenses in your retirement and as well as theirs, a condo just doesn't present that ability. Now, when you compare the condo to living in a home, a house, new bylaws that are coming out all the time are enabling income producing multi-unit housing. So you're able to, if you own a house, you're able to take part of that home, whether it be your basement or a carriage house out the back, your garage that you convert into a income producing unit. You're able to do that when you're in a home, but you're not able to do that when you live in a condo. So the flexibility that you have when you're in a condo just isn't there compared to living in a home. Now, we're going to look at what the positives and negatives are of owning a home in my next slide. House pluses. Future costs can be somewhat planned. If you know that you're going to need to replace your roof, or you're going to need a new furnace, or doing some landscaping or other expenses that you would have owning a home, you can create a spreadsheet and you can plan ahead for most of these items. Now, I will grant you, if you have a problem with your roof, you might not be able to plan ahead for that. But a lot of the times, those expenses will be taken care of from your insurance company as well. When you own your home, your mortgage is going to decrease over time. It's not going to go up unless you borrow against your house. But if you don't, then over time, your mortgage will become less and less, and your costs will decrease. Possibility for multifamily approach. In our situation, we have created an apartment in our in the lower level of our home, not the whole lower level, but part of it, and that will allow us in the future, if we wanted to, have a family member come and live in that unit, and that will help us with the costs of owning our home, as well as help them have a place to live that's less expensive in retirement as well. As I spoke before in the condo section, New bylaws are enabling folks to turn garages and putting in laneway homes and so on. And all of these different approaches, including the basement, will allow you to bring in income from your home. I've read articles and spoke to people that have actually rented out a room through Airbnb or one of the other services to help bring in income to stay in their home as well. So there's a lot of pluses here involved when you own your home. And the other one as well is that nobody can tell you how to run your home. Whereas in a condo, you're dealing with a condo board, and you could have 100 other units that have a decision in how your money is spent and what happens in the building that you partly own. House negatives. Planning is involved in regards to maintenance. You just can't close the door like you would in a condo and go on a vacation. You need to have people in place to do the snow and do the grass and do the odd jobs around your home if you're not able to do so. Number two, costs are ongoing. So you could live in a condo for many years, and yes, you will pay that condo fee, but you're always going to be having to dish out some money to do the things around your house, like the snow and the grass and so on. Traveling can be more of an issue. There's no doubt that, when you can just close the door on that condo and go to Europe for a month and a half, it is a heck of a lot easier than trying to put in place people to watch over and check on your home when you're away. With insurance being the way it is these days, it's a requirement that you have somebody come in and check your home every 72 hours to make sure that there aren't issues. You could have a large equity position that's harder to access in your home. So you sell your house, you buy that condo, you could end up with a few $100,000 to take and invest, which will help with other parts of your retirement. But when you have that, $500,000 still sitting in your home, there are other vehicles like reverse mortgages and such, or taking money from your house line of credit. But it's a lot more difficult and could be more expensive to do this than if you sold your home and had that cash in hand. Like anything in life, planning is the key to a successful retirement. And when the decision comes if you're going to stay in your house or buy a condo, a lot of planning is involved and a lot of thought needs to be put in place. All of this can be done on your own. However, there is lots of places to find advice on subjects like this. A lot of people will use a financial planner to help with the financial side. But today there's also a lot of different professionals that can help you with the overall package of downsizing for retirement. They go all the way to helping moving, disposing of a lot of items like furniture and other things like that that can make the changes coming into retirement a lot easier and a lot more successful. So again, thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet to my channel, please do so. And above all, please hit that like button. I greatly appreciate it, and I wish you all well.